think that's a bit excessive? As it's Christmas, it's a nice little bit of your favourite tipple. Or should I say Merry Christmas? Is it too early or is it not? I don't think so. We need to get planning for Christmas. I'm going to show you how to make these super cute little Christmas cakes, which are lovely for presents on the table, giving away, just eating. They're really adorable. I hope you like my Christmas jumper. I have dressed up especially for the occasion. So we're going to start off by using my special Christmas cake recipe. So we've got some rich fruit cake. It's a really lovely recipe. It's full of vine fruits. It's got loads of brandy and vodka in there, and it's a really, really sticky consistency. It's not that much flour, so we're going to make some balls out of this first of all. So you need to make your balls first. Once you've got your balls ready, just put them in the fridge or freezer, like freezer for half an hour or fridge for a couple of hours. Get rid of that, wash my sticky hands, and I'm just going to pop these guys in the freezer while I roll out my marzipan, and then they'll be nice and cold. Just got to battle through Ruby's ice cream first. Okay, so we're going to cover with a layer of marzipan and just roll out a thin layer. Just knead it with your hands first of all, just to make it warm. Roll it into a bit of a sausage, flatten it out, and as usual, plenty of icing sugar. It is quite sticky. Plenty of icing sugar on the surface, and now we're going to roll it out with my rolling pin. Do you think that's a bit excessive? I did have a small, oh look, there it is. I'll use that. And you want to roll it out, and then we'll cut squares, like double the size of the balls, and wrap it around. Am I rushing it? Does it feel really rushy, like a generation game? I think I've got into my thousands of these molds, because when I used to have my bakery in Lee, we used to make thousands of these for Harvey Nichols and Fortnum Mason. So these are pretty special. So that's kind of the thickness you're looking for. I've got some apricot jam here, which I've just warmed up in the microwave with a splash of water till it boiled. So get my fruitcake balls back. Brush all over your balls. Make your balls nice and sticky. Cut your marzipan up, just be rough with it really, doesn't need to be an exact shape. And just lay it over the top of each ball, like that. Form it round with your hands, and then just pinch it. So you kind of like pinch it together like that. So you're kind of like making like a little shuttlecock. And then just trim off the extra, okay? And as always, this can just be wrapped in a bag and re-rolled for another time. It's quite easy to work with. Just roll it so you're kind of getting rid of any of the cracks and creases and just making sure the whole ball is covered. And there'll always be a kind of join at the bottom, so I usually just place that at the bottom of the cake. Your balls are ready to go. So you need to just set them aside. I tend to leave those overnight so that they kind of firm up and they go nice and stiff, so that when we do the sugar paste, it will go on, it won't be quite so soft. To cover them in sugar paste, you do exactly the same thing. You take your dry balls, and now you need to make them sticky again. So the best thing to use for making them sticky, as it's Christmas, it's a nice little bit of your favourite tipple. Bit of brandy for me. I might just check it's okay. So these have already been set, they're quite nice and set and hard. So I'm going to brush them all over with the brandy. So get all of the balls, however many of them you're doing, ready. We're going to roll out our sugar paste. So I've got some brown sugar paste here. You can buy it brown, or you can colour it brown with dark brown food colouring, but you can pick up any colour now. Roll it into a sausage, flatten it out, and then just roll it thinly. Not as thin as the marzipan, because we want these to look quite neat when we finish them. We don't want to have too many kind of lumps and bumps. Cut that in half. So just lay my sugar paste over the top. And what I'm trying to do now is keep this one a bit neater, so I'm just taking a bit more care. So just go all the way down. Do the second one as well. And now the same way we did with the marzipan, just pick it up, push the sugar paste underneath, just kind of pinch it together with your fingers, and then cut that way. So we've got this at the bottom, but just that's going to be at the bottom of the cake. You're not going to see that, that's going to be sat on the surface. So give it a bit of a smooth over, then roll it between your palms again. So once you're happy with that, as long as you've got a nice clean side at the front for the face, just pop that down, and we're going to leave those to set. Again, overnight's best really with something like this. You can go straight onto it if you want to, but if you make a mistake, it's not as easy to correct. This is a really good one to do as well with kids, because it's quite fun and playful. Make sure you've got the cracked side down and just pop that there. Then we're going to go on to putting the icing splats on. Bit of icing sugar, and we're going to roll out some white sugar paste. I've got a a flour cookie cutter. So if you've got anything like that, that's perfect. You want something kind of about a third of the size of the cake ball. If you don't have something like that, you can just even just do a wavy pattern because it's something quite random, so no one's going to be judging your splat. So I'm going to keep this fairly thick because once I've cut my shapes, I want to roll them again just to make them a bit more random. I just do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to be sitting them on top of here, but I want it to look like dripping icing, so what I'm going to do is just kind of roll them out a couple of times so they kind of go into a bit more of a random shape. It's now kind of splatty is the correct term for that shape, I think. Okay, so let's cover these ones. So I've got my balls there, so I'm just going to take my round puddings, touch more brandy just on the top of them so the icing will stick. So now you can kind of just use your fingers and just kind of press them onto the cake so it kind of moulds over the top. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to make all the components. So I'm going to do a cute little face, holly and berry top. So I'm going to get all those ready and then I'll stick them on. So let's just roll out a little bit of this one. So for the eyes I want them to be very thin because I don't want them to be sort of like big and bulgy ones. So you can get this quite thin. I'm just going to do 1. I'll do a couple of extra in case, and some green for the holly. So about that thickness is what you want. If you don't have a holly cutter, you can literally just make a kind of leaf shape with your, even with a knife, you can just kind of crudely cut and make a holly leaf. So I've got a little bit of red sugar paste. I'm just going to roll some little berries just with my hands, about that size, kind of a large pea size. So that's all my components to do the face. I'm just going to clear the area down and start to bring them to life. I've got, as usual, a little bit of food colouring dust. So I'm going to give them some cute little pink cheeks first of all. Cheeky, cheeky. I've got a little bit of white royal icing and I'm going to stick the eyes on. So I want to stick the eyes just kind of like above where the cheeks are. So bump, bump. And my little polka dots that I did earlier, I'm just going to pop them on. I'm doing this backwards, so sorry if their eyes are a bit like... And now we're going to put the little smiles on. So you can, if you want to, just use like half an eye and make a little smile. Or you can just use, again, royal icing. So I've got some royal icing here. And I'm just going to pipe cute little smiles on. So, oh, my smile broke off. It's okay, I can pipe him back on there. Just kind of put a splat of royal icing on the top. So they kind of face on the front. And just pop the holly on like that. And then their little berry to finish. Bump. And then just for the last touch, just to give them a little twinkle in their eye, I'm going to pipe a tiny dot of white just on the black, so to kind of make them look twinkly, bring them to life a little bit. So tiny dot. He's tiny, this one. So there you go. I think they are one of the most adorable things I've ever seen. Everything you need to make these is just down there below. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe if you did, or even if you didn't, and there'll be one every week, so happy Christmas!